designed to allow protection for family pets is getting attention up at the state capitol.
House Bill 175, if passed, would allow domestic animals to be included in protective orders and stalking injunctions. News specialist Brittany Tay spoke to a handful of animal activists who say Utah is behind the game on this one. Brittany?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Dan and Debbie, I spoke to a number of domestic violence survivors, and they tell me that in their situations, their abuser used their pet either as bait or a threat to try and get them to return to an unsafe situation. They also tell me that 35 other states already have pet protection laws, and Utah is behind the game.
These are our family members. They're not just pets.
House Bill 175 passed in the House yesterday with a significant majority vote of 69-2.
It's not just a pet. It's, that's somebody's life. That's their soul. I don't know what I would have done without my dog.
For Christina Gross-Nichols, she knows the urgency all too well. She has 3 dogs of her own.
My husband and I were separated. Things were terrible. And he kept trying. He wanted to take my dogs.
A few months ago, she was desperate for policy that would protect her dogs and her safety, but it didn't exist.
Over the last several years, there have been so many cases of people's animals being abused, killed, because people are getting back at their ex, or that's a way to control them when they leave an abusive situation. A lot of times you can't leave.
According to the bill's sponsor, Representative Angela Romero of District 26, 71% of women at domestic violence shelters say their abusers also hurt or even killed their pets.
It's about power and control. When somebody feels like they're not getting their way and they don't feel like they have control over that individual, they'll hurt whatever is important to that person.
With a spike in domestic violence during the pandemic, Romero says this bill is essential.
If they're trying to get out of a vulnerable situation, they don't have to stay there because they're afraid of what's going to happen to their pet.
I would rather die than leave my pets. If it wasn't for my dogs, I don't know if I'd still be alive.
Yes, and advocates tell me that if you are fleeing from a violent situation and you're going to a shelter and that shelter will not accept your animal, there are nonprofits that will house your pet. I will put that information on our website at ksltv.com. And Debbie, Romero tells me that this bill has significant momentum. However, at this point, it's up to the state senators. So Romero urges those who are in favor of the bill to reach out to those state senators.